Okay, I want to talk to you a little bit about letting go of perfection. Before my podcast won this Webby Award for Best Podcast Limited Series, there was an entire process in order to make this show. So let's run it back to 2022, okay? I had just lost everything. And when I mean everything, I actually mean everything. California had just gotten a really horrible hurricane. My apartment flooded out and everything was destroyed. They put us in their sister apartment, gave us some pots and pans and a blanket, and said, here you go, rebuild your life while you wait for the next year and a half while we renovate and get everything squared away here. Yeah, it was crazy. Life's upside down anyway, so I'm like, sure, why not? Why not? Let's do a podcast about going to an all-white high school, how they treated the black kids a little crazy, and eventually did a production of The Wiz in which I played Dorothy. I had a really specific idea about how this had to go, about what was gonna make it successful. And none of those things happened, and none of those things were gonna happen. I wanted to be in a studio. They were like, here's a mic, go into your closet. So I'm sitting there on the floor, exhausted after work, frustrated with the process, digging up these old wounds and parts of the past and parts of life that I have shoved very deep down. And talked about the themes of our show, which include family trauma, which include high school nostalgia and love, which included, a girl fight. And there was a lot going on at that time in life, and talking about it in a certain way was not easy, but it was part of the process. It was part of letting go. It was part of the grit. It was part of surrendering in a lot of ways, and just being down for the ride and telling this story and realizing that it resonates with people. All that to say, sometimes we think that things have to look a certain way, that we have to do it how someone else is doing it. But the truth is your story. And the story is actually found in the imperfections. We started this process in 2022, 23. Here we are in 2026, being recognized on major platforms like the Tribeca stage, like an organization like the Webbies. And I couldn't be more excited. And I just want to say, let go of the imperfection, do the work, focus on your art, and trust the process.